Some very important stuff today. Today I'm going to show you how to read chord charts. They're actually very simple. So on this guitar, as you can see, all the strings are a different color. So what we're going to do, I'm going to draw, if you don't have the color strings, it's fine. What you can do is just follow along. We're going to go from top string to the bottom string, and I'm going to show you how the chord chart is built. So this line here, that line there is our low E string. Okay, so that's our very first string. It's on top. So now the next string that we're going to use, okay, is our yellow string, which we're going to call the A string. That's the next string. Okay, our next string is the D string. Our next string will be the G string. That's the next string. So our next string is this green one here, which we're going to call the B string. That's our B string. And finally, our last string here, the one all the way on the bottom, that's another E string. We call it the high E. So I'm going to draw a little E so you can see that it's a tiny string. It's purple. Okay, so that's the strings. That's the way the chart is set up for the strings. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the rest of the lines for this. And we're just going to use white for that, okay? So that's going to make it a lot easier to see this. All right, so this top line up here, okay, this line, it's usually a little bit thicker depending on the charts that are used, but that here is our nut. That's the thing, this thing is holding the strings on. So this is what's holding the strings together. That's our nut, and that's the top line there. So this first line here is going to be the first fret. That's our first fret. So anything inside, in between these two here, that's going to be in the first fret. So that means the next line, of course, will be the second fret. So anything between these two lines, that's going to be in the second fret. That's going to be our third fret. Same thing here. Anything inside these lines will be in the third fret. And finally, our fourth fret. So anything that's here is going to be on the fourth fret here. Generally, we only use 4 frets with these. Sometimes you'll find some that are a little bit longer. They use 5 or 6 frets, but you don't see that typically. Normally, it's just 4 frets it shows, but you never know what you run into. So if you're learning a chord and the chord chart looks a little different, go ahead and just count the lines here and make sure that you're on the right frets. There's a few symbols you need to know with this chart. The first one is X, okay? So this is pretty easy and clear cut. This just means don't play that string. So if you see an X, X here, just don't play that. Or if it's here, don't play that, okay? So here, this circle means to play the string, play it open. So open, when we say open, so let's say here, we're going to put a circle there, so that means we're going to play this A string. That's the second from the top, the yellow string. Right? We're going to play that string open. That just means you're playing the string without pushing down on the string. So that's open. Open position is just hitting the string, not pushing down on it. Very simple. So now there's a few more things here. Here's a hand, okay? Hello. Okay, and this is a thumb, by the way. So this finger here, right, the finger next to your thumb, right, that's your first finger. Your second finger is your middle finger. Your third finger is the ring finger, and the pinky will be the fourth finger. So if you see the number, let's say the number 2 here, that means you're going to put your second finger, that's your middle finger, on the D string, and it's going to be on the second fret. It's very simple, right? So I'll give you another one. So let's say now we're going to also include the third finger on our orange string, the G string. It's also on the second fret. You can go ahead and do that. So it's going to look like this so far. And then we're going to take our first finger, we're going to put it right there on the first fret of the B string. That's our green string. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of this here, and I'm going to make this an open string. And now we actually have a chord we can play. This is the A minor chord. All right, so you get a little bonus. You also learn a chord while doing this. So, thank you very much.